This is Upgrading Agility Platform, brought to you by the CSC Cloud Training Team. We're going to start by upgrading an existing Agility platform running in version 9.2. We begin by opening up an SSH session to the machine that's running Agility platform, as you can see here. And step one is we'll stop the Agility platform service and double check to make sure it's stopped, issuing etc init.d agility platform stop. And we see that that command executed correctly. We'll also check by issuing a ps-ef and looking for carafe. We'll also check netstat and look for port 844 is open. Neither one exists, so we can be assured that Agility platform is stopped. Next, we look at the installation media. We've got a Yum repo 10.1 iteration 2. That will be the latest that we've got for today. I've also got a Java installer for 1.8. Step 2 is ensure that Java is upgraded to version 8, because this version of Agility requires 1.8. If I issue a Java-version, I can see that I'm running 1.7, so it's obvious that I'm going to need to run the upgrade to Java 1.8. And as an elevated command using the sudo, what I'll do is run this RPM command to install Java. And that appears to have installed correctly. Let's check the Java version. And we can see we're now running 1.8. So step 2 is fixed. Step 3 will prepare the installation files. We'll unzip that Yum repo into the root directory. Because it is tarred up with the entire file structure, we just drop it into the root directory and it'll place itself under /opt, which is where it needs to go. We issue an unzip -d, give it the root directory and the zip file, and you can see it's inflating these files. Now we'll come to a MySQL client and server piece, and it's going to ask if we want to overwrite the existing versions. Well, we want the latest versions to go with the latest code, so we'll choose capital A for all of them. And this will replace the existing MySQL client and server for both 32 and 64-bit installations. This is not affecting the actual MySQL in the Agility platform box. This is just the one that we'll use to use MySQL installations on guest VMs. At this point, the inflation has been done, so the installation media is therefore fixed. What we'll do is we'll change directories into opt agility platform bin. We'll see that that collection of things is already there, and the server installation piece doesn't have the correct permissions. Currently it's 644. We'll need to change that to 744 or something like that. I'm going to use 744. Now, I'm going to upgrade the Agility platform, and the command is, as an elevated prompt, you want to issue server-install -u. Now, I'm going to issue what appears to be the correct command for a new installation, just server install, and watch what happens. As you can see, the command that we get back is, yes, I found a bunch of Agility platform pieces, and this is obviously an upgrade, therefore please issue server install with -u. So I'll issue server install -u. I'll pipe both the error and the standard output to standard output, and then I'll tee all of that into an RPM upgrade file that's going to sit in my smadmin home directory. We'll execute that command. We can see it's creating the repository. And it begins its work. At this point, what we'll do is we'll jump ahead. On my machine, this clocked in at about a 13-minute install. In the cloud with a faster or larger piece, it might run quicker, it might run slower. 13 minutes is about right. Probably start checking it between 11 and 15 minutes into the run. Now, I can see from my command prompt that this has completed, and I've got a nice complete at the end of it. I also made sure I piped the output of this command into that RPM log. And what I can do at this point is make sure that we're running, so I can look for, am I running the Carafe? Yes, I am. I can issue Etsy Agility Platform status. I can see that I'm running. That's good. And now I'm going to look at the log file that I placed in home SMAdmin. And I can see it's RPM upgrade 1012 log. Let's take a look at that file. You look at the head of it. That looks like we saw on the command. We'll also view the tail as well. And I see that as well. If there are any problems with the installation, or if anything looks unusual, you can go and review this file to see what's going on. It might actually give you some useful help to then pass on to support. At this point, we open up a web browser to the Agility Platform instance that we created, log in with an account, and you can see it looks suspiciously like the 9.2 code, which is exactly right. Let's jump over to the admin console. Well, first thing we can check and see the About command, and it says we are in fact running 10.1.2. That means the installation was successful. We're going to change to the administrative perspective, and we're going to use the new UI. This will allow us to use the new project and new marketplace pieces that you may have seen beforehand. So we'll check the setup command, and then we'll scroll down to use new UI. We'll choose that, and as you can see, it's currently set to false. We'll change that to true. Select it. Nothing's going to change immediately. We'll log out of this admin account, and we'll log back in. And we've got the 10.1 project and marketplace perspective, this non-Flash driven JavaScript and HTML only piece. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see further videos, check us out at Cloud Training. Look at AP Training. And also, please contact us at training@servicemesh.com.